What's going on, guys? Haxa here with another episode of Skul the Hero Slayer, and today we will... I was looking at Int and thinking maybe Int could be fun. You know what, let's take Thief. It's been a while since I've done Thief. I think people get the impression I don't like Thief, but I actually really like Thief. I think he's a great Skull. And if we're gonna take Thief, you know what? Let's take... I was gonna say Monkey. Let's take Pikeman. Pikeman's interesting. Get two speed skulls together, maybe we can set up some basic attack item stuff. Who knows? It's been a while since I've gotten to do a basic attack item run. It would be pretty fun to do. And both of these characters are pretty good at it. So, we'll see what happens. I'm supposed to be streaming right now, but my household is actually starting to come down with COVID. My nephew got it, now my dad has it. And I'm kind of worried I'm going to get it too. Normally I'd be streaming right now, but I decided not to today because it's just kind of going to be a little too hard to focus. Really nervous. I don't want to get COVID again. It's really, really bad. My dad's really sick right now. Not in like a, you know, emergency kind of way, but just not feeling good at all. So, yeah. It's not looking too good, man. I really hope I don't get it. I'm already, like, I feel like I'm having, like phantom symptoms, you know? Where it's, like, now I'm, like, every single, like, time I, like, breathe in and I get, like, a little twinge in my throat or something, I'm like, uh-oh, it's coming. But, so far, I'm fine. So, I don't know. We'll see by tomorrow. If I don't have it by tomorrow, I hope that's, like, a good sign that I'm, like, just dodging it. Because it's, like... it definitely I'd be shocked if it didn't start with my nephew, and you know everyone comes into contact with him a lot every single day who lives in this house, so it's like that's my cope. Also, low roll door count, not the end of the world though. With Thief, he already has that natural gold gen, so it's like he's gonna be generating a decent amount of gold, and hopefully that's gonna get us through that, and we could just, you know, get some gold percent gain or treasure 4 and get set up like that, and hopefully things work out, because low roll door count is always an unfortunate start to a run, but it doesn't have to be the end of the world. Got a lot of bone shards for the first part of the game. Also some decent items being offered down here. Like, I'll buy this. Do we have anything else? I like thief armor, so we're gonna keep it. See if we can get something good up here. Now here's the thing about here's the thing about thief. My man likes crit items. So, and thing, you know, I think what I'm gonna try and make happen here is basic attack items. But the thing about basic attack items is they still want crit items. That's just the nature of it, because rapidity, if you get rapidity 4, you absolutely 100% should have your crit items on you, because that's the whole point in Rapidity 4. Because the thing that makes Rapidity 4 unique is the fact that it's considered a basic attack. So whenever you get that like strikeout of combos, like the green attacks that come from Rapidity 4, those are considered basic attacks. And basic attacks in and of themselves are not very impressive with their damage scaling. But what they can do is crit, since they're not item damage, they're basic attack damage. So if you have something that can crit like that, then naturally you want to capitalize on that with stuff like crit items, or if you're in like the weirdest run of all time, maybe strike or something. Like strike basic attack. Yeah, that sounds great. But point being is, you know, crit items, they are the all-encompassing archetype in this game. They fit into so many different ways to play, and this is just another way that crit items reign supreme in Skul the Hero Slayer. So, and maybe we get sent down a different path, you know, who knows. I don't know what this run's gonna end up looking like by the end, but here at the start it's looking pretty good for a crit item run, and hopefully we can get like some basic attack items going. That's like kind of my that's where I'm trying to steer this ship. And if you're wondering what basic attack items are, it's stuff like Mana Gauntlet, Evil Sword Kyrian, Bone of Swiftness, stuff like that. Which is a bit of a harder archetype to get going than crit items, because if you notice there, a lot of the things I rattled off that are really good in this archetype are unique and above. You have stuff like Demon Sword of the Wind, which is a legendary. Something like Storm Clouds. These are the kind of items you want on basic attack items, and they're like rarer than the rare Thief Armor or the rare Invisible Knife. And then of course you have like Crown of Thorns, but really all you need is Invisible Knife. We'll take a multi-dimensional prism. It can't hurt at the start here. Don't know if it's a long-term item, but we'll take crit rate. Why not? Is there anything? We'll just keep all this. I was gonna maybe buy the Carleon staff, but we don't need it. We're good. But now we have like Giga crit rate. We're gonna absolutely soar through Yggdrasil. Get him, multi-dimensional prism. Get him. Was there a chest here I meant to open? No, it was there. What was I trying to... There was like something laying up here that I wanted, but... Oh well. Whatever it was, it couldn't have been that important, right? And I could have just... It could all be in my head for all I know. It's Schizo Haxa moment. Those are known to happen. Okay. Dunzo. We also have enough bone shards to upgrade my thief to unique, which I think I will. I don't mind committing to thief, because like he's a pretty easy commit, because there's a lot of benefits to playing thief. The extra money certainly doesn't hurt. Give me the money, give me the money. Really wish I had some gold percent gain though. And as I said, we're gonna steamroll this guy. He's cooked. Plain and simple, my man, he's cooked. I don't think there's a shot in hell he gets an ult, though he's kind of getting close. I don't like how close he's getting to being able to ult here. Oh my god, guys. Don't let him do it. At all costs. Okay, he didn't. No gold vein either. Very BM of Yggdrasil. If he had gotten the ult there, I would have been so sad. What do I see here? Boots of Bitter Cold are under the healing orb. All this other stuff's pretty mid. I guess this is fine. Do I really want a World Tree Seed? I guess. I'll try for it. Let's see. Okay. We'll try and evolve this thing. World Tree Seeds, whatever. Bloodfest versus Weakling. I could take a preemptive Bloodfest to try and get a bleed run going. I did destroy a Warrior's Pauldrons earlier. Or not Warrior's Pauldrons, Thorny Pauldrons. Seems kind of stupid. Not very smart. We'll pass. It could have been a bleed run. Bloodfest is definitely a way into bleed runs, and Thief would be an okay bleed character. I'd need a way to consistently apply it, but I think there's probably ways I could get that to happen. I'm trying to think in my head. I guess Terrible Blade Shards would be a way to do it. And then, of course, you could get lucky and find, you could find Swordsman, and also, you know, from there, build Bleed. But, like, that's, like, Giga forcing a run, and I'm not about that. I'm not about forcing builds like that. Man, get these commons out of my face. You're insulting me, game. And I don't take kindly to being insulted. Give me a gold vein. Okay, or don't. That's fine too. It's up to you, man. I'm just here to make suggestions. As long as I'm making decent gold, which we have like a fine amount of gold here, then I'm happy. Looks like it might be the shop. It is. Well, never mind then. 3,000 for Act 2 Part 1 shop is pretty bad. 4,000. Better. This can go... Berserker. Why'd I do that? We had a common. I guess I wanted 5 bone shards really badly. Do I want to take this? Honestly, he's not bad at... Ooh. Don't mind if I do, in fact, partake. This can go... We have treasure 4. I think... Let me look. Yeah, I'll get rid of this. Get some actual good treasure items going here. We have... The world is kind of our oyster right now. Like, we have gold percent gain, we have thief, we have berserker. We're not really settled on anything concrete yet. So, like, the run's just kind of at the point where I can kind of do whatever I want. And, you know, we don't have to settle on an archetype just yet. And isn't that exciting? And also, we're at that point where Thief is just like a speed demon. His dash is like very, very good. And something I don't talk about that often, but it's worth mentioning, and I'm sure many people notice it, but there's also probably some who don't, is not all dashes in Skul are created equal. There are dashes that are just inherently better than other dashes. Thief has one of those dashes that's just absurd. And what it ends up coming down to is, at the end of a dash, does a character roll? If they do that roll, they get like extra distance. And Thief gets that the whole way through. From common to legendary, he's got the roll. And the roll is really, really good. There are characters that start with the roll, and also another common, by the way. But there are characters that start with the roll and then lose it. Those are like the most annoying characters for me. Alchemist is one of them. Hunter is one of them. Clown is one of them. I don't know. I don't get why it gotta be like that, man. I wish every character that had like the dash roll kept it forever, because that is a good ass fucking thing to have. There are some characters that have it like a king, or yeah, king is, because now there's 2 kings in this game and it makes it confusing. But I'm talking about Prisoner, the Dead Cells character. He has also, can I please get the final hit with Kobold here? Thank you. He has the dash roll, but I actually think his dash is pretty bad because his dash has gravity attached to it in the air. Like, he's one of those unique cases where it's like, his dash isn't like the worst, but it is annoying to use because he's got that unfortunate Dead Cells stank on him. Where the Desrike in Dead Cells, you have gravity mechanics attached to you when you're in the air, so in this, you should have it too. The most loyal recreation of a character in any game ever. Even the bad stuff. Okay, so this is the point where I could, if I wanted to, force this, because my audience has informed me that if I were to exit the game and reload it, and then loot her instead first, and even her too, I could guarantee to get this as my adventurer legendary, but that is a level of cheating that I'm not a fan of, so I will not be doing that. But if I wanted to, I could. It's a little cheat you can do at home. Like, I won't judge you. If you want to do it, go ahead and do it. I won't stop you. Like, you know, whichever. The cheat is, if it wasn't clear, if you were to loot any adventurer and they drop a legendary there, If it's the first adventurer you loot, they will always drop a legendary. If it's the second adventurer you loot, they will always drop a legendary. So like if you're looting an adventurer and you loot the second one and they drop a legendary, but it's not the adventurer you want, you exit the game, you restart it, reload it, not restart, don't click this, exit the game, you know, relaunch the game, fight the adventurers again, and then whichever adventurer you want to loot for their legendary, you loot them in the order where they would have dropped it. So not something I'm willing to do, but if it's something you want to do, go ahead and do it. I would have done it if it was like an active in the game RNG manipulation where I don't have to save and quit. But like saving and quitting is just too much for me. It's like way too min-maxy and just kind of cheap, in my opinion. Not just like say if you want to do it, you're playing cheap or anything. It's just how I feel. So all I'm saying, you know, have at it, you crazy kids. Alright, lots of gold veins. Alright, we got that one. Look at my money, dude. I'm not doing bad at all. We're doing just fine. Though I am looking to get a better quintessence than kobold, so. Unless I get something like supernatural, in which case I'll, I guess, keep kobold. Unless I see like facebug. Or like phantom or something. But, you know, we don't have that yet, so. Die. Come over here, man. I'm not going up there. Okay, maybe now I am, actually. I'm impatient. You win. You're gonna take my HP away with these traps. Congratulations. Also, a lot of HP there to this trap. I hate fighting that guy. He's the worst. Tell you what's not the worst. Whatever omen is in this reward chest, as long as it's not one of the bad ones. Of which there are a few. Most omens I actually like, so. And it's one of the bad ones. Not horrific, but certainly not worth taking. What is worth taking is potentially this. Is there anything I don't care to keep? That's the question. Because the thief armor enough is alone to make this a decent item. I mean, there's a good amount of items I don't care for. Is there anything I really don't like? I don't care for this, but I want to awaken it. I want that legendary money, dude. I can get rid of this. Boing. Okay, I guess I'll take the bone shards. And the shop cooked us. Oh. I'll stick with what I got. We got 45 crit rate. We're doing good. Alright, well, shop was pretty bad, but they can't all be winners. Now we have explosions on our projectiles. Not the worst thing in the world. I always like to mention that. I think this explosive arrow is underrated by the Skul community. I don't think a lot of people give it its flowers. I'm not saying it's like a 10 of 10 or anything like that, but it's fine. It's not bad. Its inscriptions are good, and its effect is fine. And another item people underrate is thief armor. A lot of people, when they think of the crit items in Skul, don't think of thief armor, but it is a crit item, and it's a pretty good one, in my humble opinion. So, if you undervalue thief armor, you probably also undervalue explosive arrow. I'd really like to get like a really interesting partner skull. Like Berserker's cool, but also he has this shitty ability I hate. I hate that skill. If I can get Mad Axe, I'll be really happy with this Berserker. Hey, speak of the devil. Look who it is. Could I don't know, have one copy of Mad Axe, please? Just one singular copy? It's not too much to ask. That is not. Oh, it is Mad Axe. Okay, never mind. Thank you. Mad Axe is my favorite skill that you can have on Berserker. You always have Bone Scream. Or at least, you know, the transformation at Legendary, which is not Bone Scream, but still. You always have this one. This one's up to RNG, so getting Mad Axe there is really nice. I think that means I'm happy to commit to this Berserker and use him. So if you're a Berserker fan, rejoice. He is a really cool character. Undeniably so. Look how much damage this Mad Axe is about to do. That did 0 damage. Huh? Why'd that do 0 damage, man? That, okay, well, I stand corrected, actually. Shows what I know. Okay, I gotta be careful here. I don't want to die, at least before I'm supposed to die. There we go, 737. Another 737. Very consistent of you, Mad Axe. Gotta say, consistency is key. Okay, I don't like this. I don't like what this is all. This is going kind of poor. Definitely feels like the kind of run where I would prefer to ride the merry-go-round. Okay. I'm locking in. So we're not going to try and hurt her much further. Oh, that's the short hair sister. Okay, long hair sister came down. That's good. We want to hurt her, but we don't want to kill her, I don't think, because we can do better. I always like to emphasize just how precise killing the Leona sisters is in DM10. We want to get her. We want to hurt the short hair sister now. Okay, so now it's a perfect Leona sister, phase 1 at least. Literally perfect. This is going to be a really low HP phase 2. With my current HP, that is about as much as I could ask for, so here's hoping I can pull this off and get out here with my reassembly intact. Okay, so we can die now. Beautiful. Perfect Leona sisters. A little touch and go, of course, but we pulled it through. That's all that matters. Big fat W on the board. Keep our reassembly. We got some decent World Tree Seed value there as well. Okay. This is actually pretty doable with backstep. I wouldn't mind having this item. This can go. So this is becoming a bit of a weird one. The Berserker is feeling less and less like what I want to do here. But I also don't necessarily want to upgrade my Thief yet, because I would like to keep this 3-stack backstep. Wait, it's backstep, right? Back roll. So I guess I'll float these bone shards. I'd like to really get some value out of this backstep while I can. Because once you upgrade Thief to Legendary, he loses the stacks on his backstep. And being able to very easily and consistently hit large amounts of enemies with the back step or back roll, I mean, sounds pretty good to me. Also, let's get up here and deal with these guys while we still can. I don't want to have to deal with I don't want to have to deal with ultimate golem here. That sounds not cool, man. All right, got that shit done. You're alive? Wow, impressive. Durn. Sorry, I'm a little locked in. I'm scared, I won't lie. Game got me messed up, dog. Hit him with that, hit him with one of these. Hit him with one of these. Oh yeah, we're at 53. We're making decent progress. The thing about Demonomicon is it's very hard to awaken a Demonomicon. I think it's maybe one of the most consistent complaints from like veteran Skul players is that this item does not justify the difficulty it is to awaken it. Now, I'm of the opinion that that Demonomicon is very good, or very good. It's good. It's a good item. But yeah, the difficulty that it takes to awaken the item does not justify how difficult. Like, it does not justify how hard it is to awaken it. So, I feel like that could definitely do with some improvement. Because, like, think of Evil Sword Kyrian with how simple of a process it is to awaken an Evil Sword, versus the Demonomicon, which is just an inferior item. It's like, why is it so hard to awaken this item that is just worse than its like sister item, when it just doesn't do as much? $70 after 2 rooms is pretty good. So honestly, this could be a very weird run where I don't upgrade my Thief to Legendary and keep this triple back roll. I've done it before a long time ago, and that actually, I would say, of all of the characters in this game, Thief is the most valid character to never upgrade the Legendary and keep him at a certain specific rarity, because like back roll is one of the most unique skills in the game with how much it changes across its rarity tiers. Like, rare back roll is a physical damaging ability that is even called back roll. It's called Caltrops, and it drops Caltrops on the ground that actually applies slowness to enemies. So, and now we're starting to see basic attack items take form, which is kind of what I wanted to do to begin with, and here it is appearing. I think at this point, no, because if I get rid of that, there's not a reason to hold on to this. Duel here is actually pretty solid. We can get rid of this at this point, I guess. This run's becoming odd. I kind of want this, but then it's like we're going like giga hybridization. But I can get rid of this. I don't care for it. Grab this, and now, like, this is an odd run. I'm definitely gonna have to kind of center the strategy here a little bit, but like, I'm trying to juggle some archetypes here. We have basic attack items taking form. We already have crit items on board, and now we have ability spam items also showing up to say hi. I think this slime dupe could potentially determine a lot of what we do moving forward, because there's quite a good amount of dupes here that are really solid and really determining for like what the run ends up looking like. I'll be honest, I'm rooting against ability spam items, or not, crit items. I'm rooting against an invisible knife dupe. But if it happens, I'm gonna be real, dude. Like I always tell you guys, I play to my outs. That's how I am as a player. So I'm gonna delete this, and we're gonna see what happens. Alright, that's kind of an interesting one. That sets us down the dual path, which is actually not even a path I was thinking we'd do. And yet here we are. I just played Living Armor. You know what the funny thing is? The dual path really opens up Berserker's usability on a run like this, despite this being such an odd run. Something I want to emphasize about Berserker is, like I said it earlier, he's actually really, really good at like crit items and basic attack items, because his basic attack at Legendary is like kind of insane with how fast it is for a power skull. I always call him a pseudo speed skull. So he's definitely usable on this run, despite what you would think. The ability spam items portion of this run will likely end up disappearing, with the exception of probably Demonomicon, and maybe I get some other items that make me want to do a more ability spam items focus route. We'll see. And maybe even I get rid of the Demonomicon, because it is a little sunk cost fallacy on the low. But also, people say sunk cost fallacy. I say sunk cost reality. I'm sinking cost into this. It's not a fallacy. It's right there. Not everything has to be a fallacy, dude. Like, sometimes that shit's just real. Okay, I need to lock the fuck in, because we are in danger. Oh, we're in giga danger. Okay, woo. Close. Oh, that sucks. Reassembly gone. Not the end of the world. Not a fan of it, but I can manage. We've been in this position before. Alright. Not the best adventurers, but hey. We're still kicking, and that's what matters the most, right? I would not mind having this. Alright, I think it's time we really focus up this run a little bit. Get rid of that. Oh my god, these commons. We need to really start locking in and getting our archetype going. So we're going to... I'm going to upgrade this thief since we're kind of getting out of ability spam items territory. And I'm going to upgrade the Berserker. And we're going to really lock in on a basic attack item, crit item strategy. Which means it's time to start building up this. The most important stat of all. Indecisiveness gets you killed. Because we're lacking damage percent. And that, why did it do that? That, adventurer fight was the indicator that I really need to lock in on a strategy here. Which means I might have to give up on my Demonomicon, which, oh no, no Demonomicon. What a tragedy. This is what I mean by a pseudo speed skull, by the way. Do you see how fast that was? I'll demonstrate it more here. Not only is it a fast basic attack, but it hits like a truck. It's something I really like about Berserker. Though these days, it's, you know, a bit of a meme, at least in my community, to call Berserker, he is a Dominator at home. It's kind of the unfortunate existence of him. In many ways, it's true. Because, like, he even looks like Dominator. They have, like, a similar style to them. But we still love Dominator, or Berserker in this community. We do. He's a good guy. He's a nice dude. I am so tempted to go back to Treasure 4. I'm tempted to ditch this Demonomicon. You know, I'm going to. Because we have hella items we're still looking for. I don't care for the Demonomicon at this point. We got bigger fish to fry. After losing Reassembly, we got to lock in. So, back to gold percent gain Treasure 4. I'll buy Duel in the next shop. We can certainly manage without it for now. Very scary. This Chimera might be a terrifying fight if I go in with too low of HP. I ain't looking forward to it, I'll be honest. Oh my god, are you joking? Like, he fell perfectly through the cracks. Okay. We're on a low roll door count run. That's my saving grace here. Oh yeah, we also don't have to really worry about our Demonomicon anymore, so now I can really let this Mana Gauntlet shine. Like, look how much more damage we're doing. Now that I don't have to worry about casting skills, and we can just focus on our basic attack. Okay, this Chimera seems like, now that I'm, like, past everything, seems like it's not going to be that bad. Because we're doing good damage. And, we have a decent amount of HP, so I think we're going to be fine. Still should keep my wits about me and my guard up. Champion, you say? He's got combo, but I'm not going to. I'll stick with old buddy Berserker here. Champion can come back another day. Also, if you hear any yelling, right, that's my nephew, so I apologize, but there's nothing I can do about it. Alrighty. Now that we got the Mana Gauntlet going, you don't even know what's up. Yeah, I still gotta be careful, man. Now, one thing we absolutely have is a back roll here, which allows me to stay here in the fight without having to retreat. Oh, I wanted to get the kobold value there. I fucked it up, though. Curses! Wow. Okay, thanks for nothing. thanks for the Banshee. I'll be taking the Banshee Quintessence. What, the best Quintessence in the game? Awful curses, so we're not getting lucky in that regard. Not very happy about that. I think this is probably a decent weakness exposure run, though. So we'll take weakness exposure. Hope for the best with a curse at the end. But the game is not playing nice in that regard. Game? I don't know, man. Starting to give you a little bit of stink eye, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like what you're doing here. I'd prefer if you just give me what I want. And then we can all be on our way, have a good old time, get a good-ass skull run, save the day, be victorious, all that good stuff. We've done it a million times, man. Oh, scary. Oh, another ability swapper. Not really necessary, but hey, you know. Though I wouldn't mind not having back roll, because it's like I don't need those iframes. If you're a new player and you're struggling to dodge enemy attack patterns, then like back roll's like kind of your best friend. Oh, don't tempt me. I know what I'm doing though, so I don't need it. Another phantom you're being offered. I think we had a phantom in the Chimera chest. Still not interested. Oh my god, that's what I could get for being cheesy. Nearly got caught. This is why I love Ninja and his dash. Dude, you can do so much precise movement with it. Wow, dude, I got like no chest here. I think 2. Yep, looking like 2. We're cooked. How dare you, game? Yeah, I'm not taking it. Skull shards, please. Berserker, do the thing. My god, stop. Oh, lucky. Dark Paladin, they're showing me all these characters that would have been better than Berserker here at the end. It's like, are you regretting it yet? You regretting it yet? Nah, I'm still cool. I'll actually give him my money here. I'm probably going to lose money. I lost like 8 gold, so I don't regret that. If you ask me, losing 8 gold's fine to potentially see a decent item. Alright, let's get something good here, please. We gotta buy a duel on the pedestal. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. See, now we're starting to get basic attack items. Now we can actually ditch this. Duel on the pedestal. And now we're chilling. We got this, guys. Wouldn't even mind getting this back. Is there a way to fit it? Get rid of one of these. My physical is pathetic. But now in the next shop, we can buy Brawl on the pedestal and be pretty happy with it. I wouldn't even mind having Brawl now, but there's no item I want to ditch. Brawl's going to be really nice. Okay, I'm taking a little bit too much here. I don't want to take... I gotta remember, like, all damage I take is permanent. We don't have reassembly anymore, so... Which still means I'm going to release the remaining one. Though I'm going to... Just in case there's a skull room. Let's get our dupe potential out of the way. I wouldn't want to dupe here. It'd kind of kill me, honestly. If I got a dupe there, I think I'd be dead, straight up. Okay, a rare this late is really just BM, honestly. Like, I can't believe the game's doing this to me. But at the same time, I can believe it. Okay, that was a really good kill on that guy. We're gonna come back for you. Did I leave any important stuff behind? I left a treasure chest. 76 HP is actually pretty scary for this adventurer. I'm a little nervous about our chances here, especially depending on who we get. If it's the warrior, then I'm really scared. She is genuinely kind of scary. I never want to underestimate this adventurer because she can like put the hurt on you really quickly. Like all of her attacks do 1,000,000 damage. That's like the thing about her. She has like no HP, which makes her a little on the easier side, but if you fuck up against her, you really fuck up and get punished. Like if I get hit by one of these fireballs, it's like so Jover. Okay. Good. Being past that makes me be able to breathe a little easier. I think I'm actually going to save the rest of that healing. I'm going to start scaling my damage up. Because we actually still have fairly low damage. We don't have wisdom or courage, which is kind of hurting this run. Get this brawler out of here. Alright, man, we're cruising. Oh, I didn't open the treasure chest. Alright, crucify me, guys. Do it. I'm ready. Swanee is not that good this late. I wouldn't mind having this. Oh, wait, Brawl. Right. That's the most important thing. Brawl. Brawl on the pedestal. I would love to get those bone shards, but it's... Oh, bonus swiftness. Huge. Hidden Blade 3. This can go, right? No, that's Brawl. This is dual. We'd always go Apple, but I really want Dual Plus. But at the same time, why do I want Dual Plus? But I can have Apple. On a run like this, Apple's pretty good. What would make my pedestal if it wasn't for that? I definitely want this. Or actually, do I? We have a Power Skull partner. So it's only one. But also we could make Rapidity 4. Maybe Storm Clouds goes. Because, like, I wouldn't mind actually going Rapidity 4 on this run, but then I'd have to get rid of Brawl, and that sounds bad. I think Bonus Swiftness might be a trap. Okay, yeah, I think Bonus Swiftness is a trap. We're not interested anymore. If I had 2 speed skulls, it would be an absolute pick, but with things being what they are, we'll stick with what we got. Definitely regret Berserker on this run. But also I wasn't really offered much else in a time where it made sense. I think the champion would have been good though. Give me bone shards now. Okay, it's looking good for a potential full max on our shrines. Really wish I had a different Quint, though. How did we get... I didn't even come near this guy, I don't think. Definitely didn't feel like I did. Oh, and this is probably the last room and we get her again. Or them, I should say. Pretty nice. Not getting folded on this slate, that's for sure. But getting these this shield for the in-game gauntlet, it's pretty nice. As long as we keep it during Joan, which who knows, maybe we don't. I'm not too concerned about it, but I would like to have it for like the Dark Hero and Dark Skull and all that good stuff. I'm attacking for the record to keep the mana gauntlet up, if it wasn't obvious. Dude, Thief on this run is just so much stronger than Berserker, and mostly it's because the coins also count as basic attack damage, and they proc Mana Gauntlet a lot. If you can notice, it looks like fireworks are going off on top of Joan whenever I'm attacking her, and that's because the coins are also hitting her and dealing damage to her, which are proccing the Mana Gauntlet. It's pretty OP. But it's also looking like she's gonna ult here. Not a big deal. I'm gonna go ahead and tank these hits. Not too shabby. Oh my god, bro. Okay, now we have a genuinely hard decision because I would love to have this I'd love to have this wisdom. This could be my chance to actually go with the apple rather than dual plus. To get rid of this. Change the pedestal to... I'm gonna do that. The apple, I think, will do us a lot of good on this run. Now, give me a good curse to round this out. Trance is fine. It's damage. We are lacking damage. I'll take it. Not happy with it, but Trance will do. I think we full max this. Maybe, actually, I don't think we do. I think we're gonna be -1. Oh no, it's perfect. All right, beautiful. Perfect shrine. Check that out. How do you like them apples? We're gonna get wisdom coming up here, which is gonna make things a lot better for us. All in all, it ended up looking pretty decent. Change this to wisdom. Look, evil sword at the last second. Where were you the whole time, my man? Also, Animet has 100 years. Lovely stuff. Also, we can't get the Quint, so we're stuck with Kobold. It's fine, I guess. Anyway, here's my kit. I'm going to roll over the items. If you need to read, pause the video and read what an item does, you may do so. Here I go. I would say, frankly, just pretend Berserker's not here. I'm not really going to use him, I don't think. It's definitely a thief run. The kit's good. It's good enough to win, that's for sure. Got decent magic damage in the end. And that's going to be really all we need. And also got the archetype I wanted at the start. Maybe we were talking about crit item mixing with basic attack items, and we're definitely there. Got really good basic attack items. Feeling pretty good. Just a matter of execution at this point. So I gotta kind of lock in. Make this win pop off. So forgive me while I lock in a little bit, because I don't think this is going to be a free win by any stretch. Lost track of what he was doing there. Just about got his ass. Alright, good phase 1 hero. It's what you want to see to be able to beat Dark Hero with a decent amount of ease. Oh, getting limber for this fight. Just keep your eye on what he's doing. Don't get too lost in the sauce of beating him up. Never lose track of him. Big mistake, buddy boy. Okay, we got the meatball here. We're just gonna get rid of it. Don't let the meatball gang up on you. He should die here, yeah. Easy peasy. Not too bad. The back roll iframes are actually pretty useful. They're good for letting me just wail on him without having to worry. I am a fan of back roll. Maybe I was too harsh on it earlier when I said I wanted to get rid of it. It's pretty good. Alright, send me up, dude. Gonna get my apple. Shit's gonna be sweet. Big fat W incoming. Hopefully. We'll see. Alright, so just in case you didn't know, increase physical and magic by 100%, increases attack speed by 40, and increases max HP by 50. All great stats for a run like this, so definitely prefer over Duel Plus here. Especially if I can have Wisdom and keep Brawl. So I gotta lock in for this. I don't think this is going to be a super easy victory, so I definitely want to be at my alert. Gotta play careful because Dark Skull is so small. It's something I kind of am very wary of with basic attack focused runs in general, is like Dark Skull is a very tiny target and you have to chase him around, and he's really, really fast too. So keeping on Dark Skull to be able to hit him is not easy. So I kind of consider basic attack focused runs to be a bit of a more advanced way to play the game. If you're new, it's not the first thing I would suggest you do. You gotta know what Dark Skull is doing ahead of time so you can really keep on him. Gotta go ahead and let up a thing here. If he jumps on you, that's like really scary, but those iframes there will make that not a thing that he could do. Alright, good stuff. Now here's what really matters though. You know, phase 1 hero, whatever, or Skull, whatever, who cares? This is the point where the match really begins. Oh. Be ready for the Gigas. Okay, he didn't do the scary thing. the move we don't want to see there is the one where he punches the ground and sends all the shockwaves up. We also have a free dodge on the ultimate here if we wanted it. I guess I'll take it, whatever. Went ahead and dodged anyway just to be safe. Because why not? Ouch. And he shouldn't last much longer here. He's done. So now we get the tibia and really send this run into full swing. Tibia changes everything here. Tibia, do the thing. Not that anyone needs to be told about the grandness of the tibia here. So someone recently in a comment said that they don't even read what the tibia does. They just take it because I say it's good, which you shouldn't do, by the way. You should absolutely know what the tibia does. So, and this was like a few videos ago. I meant to address it immediately, but I'll address it here. The tibia is really strong because what it does is it, whenever you, so ignore, it's worded weird, okay? So it's like NV proportionate to the distance traveled. None of that matters. Basically, the thing that matters most is every time you take a movement in this game, you gain a point of envy, and when you get 50 envy, you can turn that into, basically, all attacks upon, the most important part is all attacks upon an enemy hit by murderous intent are critical hits. So you apply a debuff once you have 50 envy, and that enemy now is susceptible to crits from everything. Everything can be a crit. And the thing you have to know about Skul the Hero Slayer most of the time is items can't crit and quintessences can't crit. But this makes it to where all damage is crits. So if you have, say, an invisible knife, which is an item that relies on critting to activate, now whenever this activates, it's also dealing crit damage. And crit damage is a 50% amplification, just baseline. So like, all the other bone items give like less amplification than this, and the activation method for tibia is really easy. You just have to move 50 steps. So it's like the value you get from the tibia is so immeasurable and so easy to obtain that there's no reason to take any other bone item 90% of the time. The only other instance where taking the other bone item, any other bone item, is like advisable is if you're playing strike. Right next to the tibia is the femur, which makes your crit damage do more. If you're playing a strike run that has high crit percent, then you want the femur. But that's the only other instance. Even on status runs, most of the time, you don't want like the rib of horror. You want the tibia. The tibia is on it's the strongest thing they ever added into Skul the Hero Slayer by a lot. Nothing even comes close. Like, even back in the day when we had clone, it's nothing compared to the tibia. The tibia is just that strong. So if you ever wondered why I always take tibia, there is good reason for it. Especially because most of the good archetypes in Skul are item damage based. It makes the tibia that much more valuable. Like, if you're playing an item damage based run, then the tibia is your go-to for sure. And like I said, even outside of that, even outside of those instances, most of the time tibia is just the de facto pick. So now we don't have tibia. Actually, now we do. That's the thing. Another thing I mentioned earlier about how strong Thief Dash is, it makes getting the tibia up even easier, to the point where, look, I don't even have to care about like making sure I'm dealing equal damage to the fist, because I just killed it instantly because I can get the tibia up so fast. Look how fast that number's going up down there. Like, none of this, like, none of it matters. Like, the tibia just makes this this Alexander fight, if you have built your run correctly and know what you're doing, the tibia makes the Alexander fight like just nothing. Like I'm a tibia fanboy and I always will be, forever and ever and ever. Most Skull veterans are. Like you'd be hard pressed to find a Skull veteran who doesn't realize the power of the tibia. Goodbye. Alright, let's see if we can get a back roll victory screen. I don't know. I don't know. Was that good enough? Yeah, it was. All right, GG's. We even got the storm clouds activated there. All right, there you have it, folks. That's a basic attack item crit item combo run with emphasis on the basic attack items, which is what I wanted. So, not the best curses offered to me. Trance is like the best we were offered, which, like I say, is a fine. It's free stats. Like you lose 50 damage percent and gain 150, and you have the 150 most of the time. Excuse me. So like just consider it minus 50 plus 150, which is not the most exciting curse. There's way stronger curses, but we just weren't offered them. But we got really good item luck, so like I can't complain too hard. Like these are like well, aside from like the dual stuff, like the dual stuff is good, but like if I like I don't know, I think I would have preferred courage wisdom, which we ended up getting wisdom anyway, but sadly the berserker just was not useful on this run. He could have been in an alternate world, but it just didn't play out that way. All the items I got were like very focused on attacking with your basic as fast as possible and also casting your skills as often as possible. And berserker's skills are all pretty hard to cast while you're using his basic attack. And it didn't help that the mana gauntlet and the thief were working so well together that whenever I swap away from thief, my damage goes down significantly. So ultimately, it just felt right to just focus on the thief. Sadly, also kobold to the end, but like kobold's a really useful early game quintessence, and if you ever get supernatural as a curse, it's a good quint to keep to the end. But here it was just kind of there. But I don't know. I don't regret picking up the kobold. It's just unfortunately we weren't offered anything that was really appealing at a point where it made sense. Like the Suwanisio at the end there could have replaced it, but I don't know. The quint doesn't really matter. All that matters is that we won at the end of the day, and also getting cooked in the Act 3 adventurer fight. Thankfully, wasn't enough to end this run. We weren't decisive enough early enough to be able to keep our reassembly, but that doesn't matter. Reassembly is a tool to be lost. It's there. If you lose it, it is what it is. Though, like I always say, if you're a new player, you definitely rely on having that reassembly more than a player like I does or do. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the run though. It's not often you get to see basic attack items because it's just like these are like the best basic. Well, maybe not this, but these two are really good basic attack items, and they're just so high rarity. Also, evil sword, of course, as well. Yeah, it's just hard. It is a hard archetype to pull together, but whenever you do pull it together, it's really nice. So, yeah, guess that's really all I have to say. So, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye bye.